Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Juab Winter Classic. It's Juab versus Uinta. First match up is Ladd Holman versus Parker Strait. My name's Jason Hoops. I'm here with my friend Riley Howlett, who's helping Travis Ludlow. Couldn't make it. He's got wedding stuff to do. That guy, I'm surprised he makes it to anything. He's as busy as he is.
Oh, yeah, he stays pretty busy.
All right, nice takeout by Parker Strait. That doesn't happen real often with Ladd Holman, does it?
No, I don't.
But it's good to wrestle tough. I mean, it's just nice to be pushed once in a while. And my money's still on Ladd, but still, it's just nice it's nice even for Ladd to know he's got to treat everybody like they're an assassin because they're all gunning for him. You know, Ladd's got a big target. That's one of the things being that good, that young.
Yeah.
Got a target on you.
Yep.
Reversal by Ladd Holman, and there was quite the scramble there that looked like they were going to go headlock and try to go feet to back, and Ladd just kept running and gunning and putting the pressure on, and Parker's he's not treating this lightly either. Ladd with that barbed wire blocked his head with Parker's head with his knee. And that was it right there. Six points for Juab there with that first round pin by Ladd Holman. Ladd's kind of bugged that he got taken down, but sometimes that's got to happen just to keep you on your A game.
Keep you grounded.
Yeah. Justice Reynolds at 165. Underhook to a knee pick, look at how hard that underhook was. I love that. That's a good Iranian right there. The Iranians, they love their underhooks, and they do it like an uppercut, like Mike Tyson.
Yep.
And Justice not waiting for anything. He's wrestling Talon Stevens from Uinta. And he is putting some heat on Talon. Talon with an escape that was earned. Oh, and quite a crazy scramble there. I don't even know what to call that, but Justice seemed to know exactly what he was doing. Got himself 4 back points. All right, Justice doing everything he can from every angle to try to get back points out of the deal. He's already had 10-1. I haven't been announcing the score. It's happened so fast right underneath our nose, but just starting to the second period, Justice is ahead 10-1. Awesome throw by Justice to get 3 more points on the board. And he was coming at Talon Stevens so hard that the official had nothing to do but to warn Talon for stalling. And Justice took him down, let him go again, 16-3. And there is a fantastic technical pin by Justice Reynolds, just pouring the coals to that. He didn't stop.
He just kept at him.
Gosh, give him some oxygen. He's got to be having a hard time breathing right now, but
yeah.
He didn't even stop. But like we talked about earlier, when you're ahead, it's like you kind of almost have endless energy.
It just builds on itself.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Jimmy Larson. I don't know what it is about Jimmy Larson, but he looks like a guy I would not want to tangle with.
Yeah.
He is tough.
Yeah.
Chase McMurdy from Uinta wrestling Jimmy Larson from Juab at 175 pounds. They almost ran off the mat and landed in the lap of the mayor.
Yeah.
Jimmy Larson he did a nice knee pick, and then he kind of changed direction on how to finish that. The normal way, he went the opposite and sat him down on his butt. Nice finish to that takedown by Jimmy Larson. Jimmy Larson with a nice quick pin, 55 seconds into the first period. Over Chase McCurdy at 175 pounds. All right, Oxley Yama up next at 190 pounds against Lucas Turner from Uinta. Oxley versus Lucas. The officials just got him humming. He's not waiting. They're not letting the grass grow. Nice scrambling by these guys, and Lucas Turner does a good job of maintaining his composure until he could double off. He went from a leg and doubled off finally and elevated Oxley so he could finish with a takedown. And Oxley just got himself an escape. I think he warned Lucas for stalling because he was, I don't know, did you see why?
I maybe because he was going out of
Yeah,
bounds,
I think he was, using the edge of the mat a little too strategically. Mr. Lucas recovering from a shot to the groin. That is one common bump and bruise in wrestling. Lucas in on a shot again, head inside single, and Oxley's got a whizzer, trying to whizzer kick him a little bit, but Lucas has got pretty good position. He wants to get Oxley. Yeah, Oxley's trying to keep his leg on the outside like that. Lucas is trying to keep it on the inside, and Lucas just shot through and pressured through and got the far ankle to finish this takedown and earn 3 points as they head out of bounds right there. So nice wrestling by Lucas. A lot of strategy going on, a lot of technique going on there that just doesn't, if you haven't watched wrestling very much, you don't realize there's a lot of things going on there that are very intentional. Lucas, they're telling him to climb. Well, there's a leg behind that Oxley's got. Lucas wins the toss but defers, so Oxley says, I'm going to take bottom. Oxley gets caution because his hands aren't in front of the line. They were on the line. Yeah. Some refs don't care about that. Some of them, it's a big deal. Well, Oxley's trying to buck him off because Lucas is high. I don't know what this official's name is, but he's been around the country. I see him on TV. I see him. I think he, when I say TV, it's probably streaming, but his jersey says Super 32, so that's a big national tournament out east. "50 seconds left in the second period, and Lucas is ahead by 6, but Oxley's trying to get something going underneath. "10 seconds left. It'd be nice if Oxley could squeak in a point or two as the clock runs out on this period. Lucas has got him tangled up pretty good, though. All right, Luke on bottom. All right, escape by Lucas Turner. 7-2, minute 30 left in the match. Oxley takedown and back points. He could tie it up and go ahead even. Stuff that head. He wants to stuff that head and sprawl out. They want to keep wrestling there. Keep wrestling. You hear a bunch of people shout 2, and then they switch 3. Yeah. That new point system is going to take a lot to flush out all the old stuff in our brains.
Yeah.
He's got Oxley on his back, but he's also got his arm under Oxley's shoulder. So what you can't see underneath, it's right. If you could move Lucas's head, you would see that his arm and shoulder are underneath Oxley's arm and shoulder. So he's not getting a pin that way. But here he is trying to adjust a little bit. 9 seconds. So Lucas puts Uinta on the board with a major decision. So that's 14 points. Tough guy.
Trail, you got this. Let's go. Trail, this is good. Let's go.
Oh, trail from Uinta just snaps down Cale Blackett and spins behind, and Cale wasn't quite ready for that, but and Cale's up. I know Cale doesn't weigh 215, but he's at 215. Trail Sampson from Uinta is ahead 3-0 right now. .30 seconds left in the first period. Cale Blackett looking for a reversal. Oh, I hope that official's watching the knee. And the official was on it. And Coach Holman said thank you to that ref, because that ref threw himself into that to stop that. One of the most frustrating things is to see somebody's knee getting torn out of socket, and to see the ref not doing anything.
Yeah, he jumped right in there.
Yeah, oh, what a great, good job. I got in a little bit of trouble last week, and there was a wrestler, I think it was my son. His knee was getting torqued at the craziest angle, and I said, watch the knee, and he was looking right at it but didn't react, and then the next time I elevated, and then the third time it like tore paint off the wall. It was so loud, and he apparently didn't like that.
Yeah.
All he was saying is watch the knee, and he wasn't doing a darn thing about it. And Cale Blackett wants to build a base, and he's trying to. He's trying to get up on his knees. That just gives him some room to work. He's reaching over that leg with his left arm. He'd prefer to be under the leg with his left arm. Or right arm, I'm sorry, right. In wrestling, you never want to reach back over something.
Yeah.
It's just and it takes a little while to train that out of you, but if you're doing a switch, it's not over the leg, it's under.
Yep.
If you're turning in, it's not over there anything, it's under. And you're taught also never to reach, if you're on top, never to reach back towards your opponent's head. And that just opens up an easy half for your opponent.
Yeah.
All right, Cale Blackett he's just throwing pinning combination after pinning combination at Cale. And Oh, he's got an arm bar on the left, looking for some kind of wrist control. And he wings it down. Reversal for Trail, and Cale's trying to hang on to something because Trail's got a pretty great cradle locked up if he can just get Cale over on his back. But Trail lets go of that. Cale's able to belly out and avoid getting taken to his back. But the score right now, 5-0 in favor of Trail with 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the entire match. 5-0. The official's telling Cale Blackett to improve, and if he doesn't, he just got warned for stalling. He also warned the Uinta wrestler for stalling. If he's just laying on top of him and it's parallel, if it's out to the side, even if it's not real serious, but he's pretending to try to look for a pinning combination, then he's usually good. But if you're laying on top, if your body's parallel with your opponent's, that's not a serious turning situation. Yeah. And usually, especially back in the old, not as much now, but back in our day, that was all stalling right there. Cale Blackett.
Let's go,
It seemed like the team was pretty happy with that outcome. So, and I wish I knew the Uinta wrestler, so maybe Trail Sampson was some kind of something. But all right, up next, Staten Shepherd from Juab against Caden Young in the heavyweight division. And Caden Young seems every bit a heavyweight, and Staten not so much.
Yeah.
But Staten's another one of those guys, he just looks tough.
Yeah.
Hard collar tie by Caden, and then he's trying to dig it under. Collar tie on the right, trying to dig an underhand on the left. And Staten's doing a good job of keeping his elbows in tight, so that underhook is a lot harder to get. All right, they warned Staten for stalling because he was backing up, but I don't know how you avoid it when a Mack truck is the one pushing you out.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. When
some guy almost twice your weight.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a big size difference there. Nice. I don't know what. Look. See his. Oh, you see how Caden's hand. He's got a collar tie, and he pushes his hand up like that, and then he uses it as kind of a jackhammer to bang. What's that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but he's doing a hard. That is Jason Nolf's from Penn State's technique to a hard snap down. That's part of it anyway. Okay, team score right now. It hasn't been updated after the heavyweight match. Okay, yeah, now it has. It's 17 Juab to 13 Uinta, and we've got Travis Angus from Uinta against Trevor Cowan, and Trevor's in on something already. Doesn't take him very many seconds to do that. And he's got an arm bar on the left, half on the right, and he just uses the arm bar to crank him over and get a pin. That's a pin in 12 seconds. Is all.
Trevor Cowan's quick.
He is, I mean, he makes a snake strikes him a little bit slow.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Josh Garcia against Crew Cowan. Cousin Crew. All right, Josh has got a front headlock that's pretty tight. Crew is trying to kind of shuck him by. And Josh is doing a good job of keeping short arms there. Like, you know, T-Rex, right? When you have a front headlock, you don't want to have your arms all the way in because that just gives the other guy some leverage to do a low fireman's carry or something. And nice shot by Crew, and he's up and behind, and Josh says, I'm not going to give you that takedown easy. So Josh did a good job hand fighting, kind of just like he was getting an escape, and all Crew needed to do is do a lift return or something, but Josh stymied that just by fighting hands down low. Oh, Crew with a nice quick move underneath. Went for a far knee, and Josh adjusted super quick. He's got Crew in a short head or front headlock, and now Crew's in a bad spot. And Josh is just being patient. Oh, and what a great use of the clock by Crew. Didn't give up any points nor back points, but that was headed nowhere good if there was more time on the clock. Kind of sweep single to the left side by Crew, and Josh has got a front headlock and a chin. And they're back up to the neutral position and kind of forehead to forehead, and hand fighting and wrist fighting. And I think I just made up wrist fighting. That's all hand fighting. They're forehead fighting right now. And Crew's got a wrist. He's got a tight whizzer using his own shin to secure it, and then he's underneath. He was grabbing Josh's wrist so Josh couldn't pull out his whizzer hand. Oh. And you know what? I would have done the same thing that Crew just did, but Josh is just so savvy on the mat, had great body awareness and used that against him. But Crew, although disappointed, did some great things in that match, and he's going to head over and take a knee in front of the coaches and get a little tune up, and that's part of the expected routine of Juab wrestlers. You don't just get to go to your chair and sulk or celebrate. You got to go kneel down in front of the coaches so they can give you some immediate feedback, which seems to be the best time to give that feedback, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right, Mr. Jet Abbott, Mr. Pressure. Shot by Ethan Sharp from Uinta, and Jet gives him a nice hard crossface. Ethan does a good job adjusting back out of that, and they're both up on their feet, banging heads right now. Wrestling all the way out of bounds, which is great, both of them. A nice little shuck by Jet. He's got to get him to the mat to get his points, though. And going out of bounds like that, they won't give it to him. Jet didn't expect it either. Nice sweep single to the right side again by Jet Abbott. Oh, and he had an arm kind of like a fireman's carry, but his hand slipped below the elbow, and it just ruins that move.
No.
And so Jet got caught underneath and gave up a takedown as a result of that. But let's watch Jet adjust, and if Jet can keep up his normal kind of pressure, he is certainly still in it. 3-0 is all that is. Takedown. So this official, one thing you got to love about an official, he's going to ding you for stalling every chance he gets. And he starts slinging stall calls from the beginning of the match.
Yep.
What I hate is when somebody's done all the work in the first 2 rounds, is way ahead, and then naturally is kind of protecting the lead, so they start dinging that guy for stalling.
Yeah.
When the other guy should have been called for stalling for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So when a ref starts calling stalling the moment he sees stalling, I love that.
Yep.
That fits in well with Juab's style of wrestling, just constant pressure. So ding a guy for stalling.
Yep.
I went to the national championships one time when they were held in Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City, and if you've watched college wrestling and you know anything about the Iowa Hawkeyes, they hate stalling. Like if their own mother was stalling, they would hate her for a little while.
Yeah.
And Dan Gable he detested stalling so much. If his own guys were stalling, he wanted the ref to call stalling. He just hated it.
Yep.
That was the most cowardly way of and the official way to signal a stall is, there's a hand signal that refs get. Oh, Jet's in big trouble. Ethan Sharp getting back points, and Jet still in trouble, but he got out of trouble. Good job, Jet. So now the score is 11-0 in favor of Ethan Sharp from Uinta. But at outside of Carver Hawkeye Arena, there's a bronze statue of Dan Gable screaming for a stall call. He's got his hands in the right position, doing the stall signal. And if you go there, that's the thing. You got to get your picture taken by the Dan Gable statue.
Yep.
Ethan Sharp's tough, guys. Jet Abbott is as tough as they get and is just all about pressure, but Ethan Sharp's giving Jet some of his own medicine, and 20 seconds left in the second period. It's 11-0. And now the official called Ethan for stalling. He's way out ahead, so maybe he's taking some heat off, and the ref says that's not right, so he called him for stalling. So Jet's got a point on the board now. A stall call against his opponent. Jet's sitting back into it, trying to put pressure back in. All right, now we're heading into the third period, and Jet's got 10 points to make up just to tie the match. Jet sits out, fights some hands, up on his feet. He's out, but not enough to get an escape, and close to getting an escape. Now he's got the escape. Jet with kind of a reshot, but there he goes. Jet popped out behind, got himself a takedown, so it's 5-11 right now. 6 points, not that hard to make up when you can get 3 points for a takedown and 4 points for back. And Jet's pressure is going to serve him well. He's still got 1 minute and 15 seconds, so that's a lot of time if you can put the pressure on that Jet normally does. Jet's in on a leg, He's got to shelf that thing. He's down. Ethan's trying to go. Jet's got it. Yeah, there it goes. Jet's listening to the coach. He's listening to the coach. Good job, Jet. Good job, Jet. Listening and wrestling at the same time. He's up on his feet. And he's got fireman's carry. He's looking for a fireman's. He lost the arm, though. 44 seconds left. 44 seconds left, but Ethan's doing a good job of getting behind. 36 seconds left. 13-8. Jet's got to get that. Turn into it. Pressure in. 28 seconds left. Still seems like an eternity, but it's not.
Oh, darn it.
Oh, and Ethan Sharp squeaks out the takedown there. And the coaches are saying, get away, Jet. Even though he's not going to win at this point, just out of just keeping going and keep wrestling, still score a point, even if that point's not going to serve you well.
Yeah, it's like you said, wrestle from the whistle to whistle.
Whistle to whistle, absolutely. All right, Mr. Decker Ford versus Michael Alexander. 23-23, duels tied up right now. Decker's got some protective headgear on that Michael Alexander is Michael Alexander looks like he knows how to wrestle. Ooh, nice quick low shot by Decker Ford, head inside single. He went for an ankle, switch off to the other leg. Now he's trying to oh, nice wrestling by both these guys. Decker on a shot that was countered by Michael Alexander, and Michael, off a Decker shot, scored the takedown. And that half was as tight as a half gets by Michael Alexander to secure a pin against Decker Ford. Okay, Riken hacking from Uinta against Drake Johnson. Oh, nice quick one. Riken got some speed to him as well. All right, Uinta took the lead with that last pin, 29-23. Oh, and just speed running. I mean, that guy made that look so easy and fast. I mean, that would have taken me 30 seconds to cover that kind of ground.
Yeah, he covered some ground fast.
Riken's got an arm bar that's tight. It's in a bad position for Mr. Drake Johnson. Drake's doing everything he can to get off of his back, but not without giving up all the back points. But he's now fighting just for his life right now. There's the pin. That was something. All right, Trevor Angus against Hayden Adams. Hayden with a nice underhook to a far knee pick, but he has to take this close one that isn't able to finish it, but nice action by Hayden Adams. Oh, wow, great. Trevor just didn't stop wrestling. He was all but taken down by Hayden, and Trevor just kept wrestling. Hayden paused on the edge of the mat. He wasn't out. He paused,
No.
And that's not what Juab wrestling is about. Is you got to go whistle to whistle. I keep saying that, but the edge of the mat is a little opportunity or it's a little enemy.
Yep.
If you use the edge of the mat to continue wrestling through a position, even if it's an awkward, hard position, then that edge of the mat's going to help you because a lot of times your opponent's going to pause just a little bit.
Yep.
And that's your opportunity to score, and that's where Hayden, and he's going to hear about it from the coaches, but he needs to hear about it. That's a good thing, good reminder.
Yeah.
All right, just starting the second period. Trevor Angus is ahead 3-1 over Hayden Adams. Trevor got an escape, immediately shot in on just got basically kind of a knee pick, scooped it up and dumped Hayden right onto his belly. And now Trevor's looking for an arm bar. He's got it on the right side, looking for a wrist on the left, and he is doing everything he can to crank Hayden over onto his back, and Hayden staying off his back. Minute 20 left in the second period. The ref continues to count, and then Hayden will get off of his. The angle of his back is. Whoa! And Hayden's got an opportunity here. They gave up 3 back points. He just got 2 up, 2 reversal. Super short time, but if Hayden can put some points on. Okay, if the match were to finish at this exact now in favor of Trevor, that is not enough for a major decision, so that'll be 3 team points. Oh, and Hayden's got a little opportunity there. Point 50. Oh, and it's a cut. Oh, gives up a takedown there, and he gets up high, and Hayden can. Angus, man, guy, Uinta's way out ahead right now. All right, something fun's happening here. He's gone undefeated. Gave him a medal. I'll tell you what, if you're that little boy's parents, you're crying right now. I'm not crying, you're crying. All right, up next, Gage from Mickle from Uinta, Cade Martineau from Juab. Oh, nice wrestling by Cade Martineau to steal that takedown with a quick go behind. Great scrambling by both those wrestlers, though, leading up to that. All right, Cade with a tilt attempt. No back exposure. He's a little bit high, yep. And Gage busted out of there because Cade was a little bit high and got himself a reversal. So Caden Martineau still ahead, though, 3-2. 26 seconds left in this first period. For those of you unfamiliar with Utah wrestling, Uinta is just one of the powerhouses, the generational powerhouses.
Yeah.
They're always tough. I don't know what classification they are. Are they 2A?
4A.
They're 4A?
They took state in 4A last year.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can see why. Good body awareness for Cade Martineau. Standing tilt attempt by Caden. He's ahead 3-2 with a minute left in the second period. So we are exactly halfway point of the match. All right, 3-3 now with that escape by Gage McMickle. Nice ankle pick by Cade. That was picture perfect, wasn't it? That needs to be in the Caden Martineau highlight film.
Yeah.
He just made that look silly.
Yep.
Made it look like he was picking on his little brother.
Yep.
And Caden's putting all kinds of pressure with that head lever, and it's hurting. It's hurting Gage. You can see Gage just grimacing. All right, as we head into the third period, Caden's ahead 6-3 over Gage McMickle from Uinta. Team score, 23 Juab, 38 Uinta. Caden's trying to get out through the back door, and Gage is trying to cling on with a power half, and that's not going to serve Gage very well. Caden's on his way out the back door and is probably going to get it unless somehow, some way, Gage has locked things up and the ref just calls a stalemate. Official calls a stalemate there. Whoa. Mr. Gage McMickle likes to put legs in, and the ref's gonna stalling green on Caden Martineau because he wasn't trying to improve. He was just hanging on the wrist. And Caden might get dinged again here real soon. I know where Caden's coming from, though, but sometimes Caden's got to stay off his back with 10 seconds left. The official's telling Mr. Gage McMickle to calm down. Gage was not expecting that, but his coach is saying, you calm down and come kneel down in front of me, and I think the coach is giving him the business. Gage pretty disappointed. All right, let's get back on wrestling. Garrett Perry against Brody Rhodes. And Brody Rhodes is tough, and I don't know. I think he's a returning state champ.
I think so.
Garrett Perry was telling me this is going to be a fun match to watch. And you love it when a wrestler's not scared. They think it's fun to wrestle the tough guys.
Yep.
All right, still 0 first period. Garrett puts him in a front headlock. Garrett Perry comes over and cleans up his own blood. Had to give a little words of encouragement to Garrett. He's loving this. You can tell he's loving it, though. Excellent hand fighting led that hasn't ended in a takedown yet, but that was a great setup by Brody Rhodes to get in on Garrett's legs, and Garrett responds with a quick fireman's, goes around behind, collects his 3 points with only 1 second left in the round. That is great wrestling right there. That was slick. Oh, and Garrett, they were protecting Garrett's knee, but Garrett wishes almost they would have taken his knee because he was on the verge of getting back points there. He was so close. All right, Brody Rhodes with an escape. Brody in on a tight, slick takedown, and he's now ahead 4-3. Rhodes is doing a good job of, he's got, he's trying to keep tight waist on him, but ooh. 57 seconds left in the second period. It's a 1-point match right now, 5-4 in favor of Brody Rhodes from Uinta. The officials telling Garrett to improve, which just means, hey, you got to wrestle. You're laying on your belly too much. But 30 seconds left in this second period, and Garrett and his coaches would like to score before this round ends, because that, at least an escape, will tie it up. Uses that leg comes up of Garrett's. He grabs an ankle, a hip, and then kind of spins him backwards, back down. I don't know that I've seen that. I guess call it a move. All right. Period 3 is beginning right now. Garrett's on bottom, and you know what? Brody Rhodes says, I want to start on my feet, so that automatically gives Garrett Perry an escape, and that ties it up. And Brody Rhodes is, he's in on a leg, but Garrett's feeding him hips. Got a whizzer on him. So Brody's ahead 7-4 right now with 1:40 left in the match, and this was, as predicted by Garrett Perry, going to be a fun match to watch, and it has been fun. And I actually think these are two pretty evenly matched. What a great matchup these two wrestlers are. Brody's got a cradle locked up, and his coach is saying, don't force it. Don't force it. 50 seconds left in the match. And Garrett would love to take this. All right, Brody lets go. He's got a tight waist with the right hand, claw with the left. And Brody's looking for a near leg dump or just to hang on to him. 30 seconds left. Garrett gets warned for stalling. 19 seconds left. All right, that ended that match. That was a 41-26 win for Uinta over Juab, 41-26.